Hey everyone, welcome back to day 2 of Coach Basics. Glad that you're here. Hope you had a great day yesterday. I know yesterday we talked all about your story and how important it is that you share it. So I hope you had some time to take some time and write some things down, get it in your head, and just have an idea of what your story is about, so that way when somebody asks, you can share it, or even on your social media, you're able to share it without people asking. Keep in mind that your story is always going to be changing. My story is always changing. There's things coming into the story, which is also fun to share. So just know that it's not always going to just stay stuck. There's going to be new things all the time, but it's the key piece to all of this. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a simple strategy that I follow, not only in my coaching business, but also in my fitness journey. It's something that keeps it very simple, keeps it very focused, and adds some fun to this coaching thing. I don't know about you, but I like to win. I'm a competitive person. I was an athlete. I still am, I feel like. But I love to win, so I needed to have something throughout my day that made me feel like I was doing something, that I was fulfilling something, that I was winning the day. So that's why we came up with the win the day concept. All right, so that's what I'm going to go over with you guys today and throughout the rest of the week. Today I'm going to go over just kind of the skeleton of what it looks like, and then I'm going to dig into the top part. And then over Wednesday through Friday, I'm going to talk about the other 3 key disciplines and actually give you examples and show you what I do to do those things. All right? So, how does this work? Okay, so the first part of win the day is to know your why. Bam, your why. Now this is probably the most important piece of this equation. That's what I'm going to talk about today, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it right now because I'm going to come back to it after I finish these other 3 key disciplines. But just know that your why is the most important key piece to this whole equation to keep you going and pushing through all the hurdles and obstacles and the times that get tough, okay? Alrighty, so after you have your why, we have 3 key disciplines that are all in alignment with that why, alright? They're disciplines because anybody can do them, and that's why I love them, is because they're easy to do, but they're also easy not to do, okay? So you just have to make the decision that you're going to do them every single day, and just be consistent with them. And if you can do that, you can be successful as a coach, okay? And in your fitness journey, both of them. Another thing I like about this is that discipline, I believe, outweighs motivation every single day. We're not always motivated to do something. We might be motivated to do something at the very beginning of a journey, but then as time goes on, motivation fails, right? Motivation kind of takes a back seat because we just almost get into routine. That's why discipline has to be there. Discipline is doing what you got to do even though you don't feel like doing it, okay? Whether that's with your fitness, you got to work out, you got to eat right. Even if you don't feel like working out, you still got to do it to get to where you want to go. Same thing with your business. Even if you don't feel like doing one of these things a certain day, you still do it because you know it's going to get you to where you want to go, okay? So that's why these are called disciplines. The first discipline is to be completely committed to a desirable outcome. Alrighty, so that is a fancy way of saying we need to be committed to a goal or goals to get us to our why, alright? I'm going to talk more on this tomorrow. This is a big subject, but as far as goals come for you right now, the major goal for new coaches is to hit Success Club, okay? Success Club is a term that we use to know that you're doing what coaches do. You're helping other people get fit and healthy. How you hit Success Club is by selling challenge packs or getting somebody started on Shakeology, all right? Again, I'm going to go into that more tomorrow, but just know that as a new coach, your goal is to hit Success Club 5 every single month, and that's simply by helping 3 people start their fitness journey every month, okay? Simple. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. It's going to be great. All right, the second discipline is to control the controllable. That's probably one of my favorite disciplines because it's probably the hardest. There's so many things in this life that we cannot control, and we like to spend a lot of time and effort trying to change them, trying to control them, when at the end of the day, we can't do anything to do that, right? And it always leaves us frustrated, it leaves us drained, and sometimes we're just like, eh. So in this strategy, we want to look on the things that we can control to move our business forward, to move our fitness journey forward. I will go over all the ways to do that in your business. And as long as you do those controllables, you're going to succeed. I promise you that, okay? So that's the second discipline. And the third and final discipline is to be fully accountable. Be fully accountable, okay? So there are a couple ways to be fully accountable. I'm going to go over that again on Friday, but you can be fully accountable to yourself by winning the day every single day. And you can be fully accountable to somebody else like me or your upline coach by asking them to hold you accountable. And it's amazing. For you guys that have been through a challenge group already, you know what it's like to have the extra sense of accountability there. It's going to keep you going. It's going to make you push play when you don't want to. It's going to make you eat the right things when you don't want to, because you know it's not only you, somebody else is holding you accountable. All right, so those are the 3 key disciplines. So we have the win the day strategy, starts with your why, goes to the goals, goes to control the controllable, so the activities that are going to help you get the goals, that will help you get the why, and then being fully accountable. Somebody who's going to hold you accountable, yourself and somebody else, to those actions that are going to get you to your goals, that are going to get you to your why. Simple, right? I love it. I love it. So let me dig in really quickly to the why. Your why, because again, that's the key piece to all of this, right? You know, guys, sometimes coaching isn't that fun. You know, you're gonna hear no. You're gonna have people maybe make fun of you. You're gonna see the people who are gonna be jealous and who are going to maybe say something rude, or you're gonna have people quit. You're gonna have people do all these things. There's gonna be obstacles all over the place, okay? It's gonna happen, and you just gotta know that. But sometimes when you don't have a solid why, these things are big enough to make you quit, all right? And we don't want to be quitters. We want to be winners. And you can be a winner in this business, and I want to help you do that. But for you to do that, you just can't quit, okay? And that's why you need a strong why that's going to push you past all these obstacles, all these hurdles, all these things that are going to try to knock you down and keep marching forward. Now, the why can be anything you want it to be. It can be these huge goals and dreams. Big picture things. Eddie and I are working on our own personal dream boards, and we're having, there's so many things that we want. So many things, and so many things that we're gonna get, but we just need to have them front and center so that we see them every single day. Actually, the iPad, the home screen is a picture of something I'm working towards. That way, every single day when I turn on my iPad, I see one of my dreams and goals. I see my why. I see my vision, and that keeps me going. Even when times get tough and I hear no 100 times a day, I keep pushing forward because I know what I want. I have my vision set on it. I have my mindset on it, and that's huge, you guys. So when you think about your why, I really want you to think about connections, emotional connections to it. Don't just say, I want to buy a new house, or I want to buy a new car, or I want to take a vacation. I want you to get deeper, and I want you to think about, okay, where do you want to buy this house at? What does the house look like? How many rooms does it have? How many bathrooms? Does it have a backyard? Does it have a pool? Does it have a huge jungle gym for your kids? What does this house look like? Does it have an awesome kitchen because you love to cook? Is it going to have a master bathroom so you can sink in this awesome tub? Really start thinking about what this why looks like, what this goal and dream look like, and make it emotional. Get a connection to it, because if you just say, I want to buy a new car, and that's all you put down for your why, something's going to knock you off track, and it's not going to be a big enough connection, and you're just going to quit, okay? So I really want you to think about your why. Write things down, and it can be multiple whys. It can be tons of whys. Maybe it's bringing your husband home from work. Maybe it is taking the kids on their first vacation to Disneyland or Disney World. Maybe it's going to the beach. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is. But we all have our dreams and aspirations, and sometimes it's hard to think about that because when we live paycheck to paycheck, we're only thinking about next paycheck and what that's going to cover and if we're going to have money left over. What happens if you won the lottery tomorrow and you're just instantly blessed with millions and millions of dollars? What does your life look like? What would you do with that? Those are your dreams. Those are your goals, okay? Think that big. Think that big. Write it down, because we know that when we write it down, it's more to happen. It's going to happen if you write it down, because it's not just in the head. Now it's written. Now you're like, oh, it's happening. And you know what's even better than writing it down? Sharing it with somebody. So that's your action item for today, okay? I want you guys to go and think about your why. Write it down, make a dream board, do anything and everything you need to do. Maybe make it the background of your phone or your computer or your iPad, or put it on your fridge. I don't care. Put it in front of your face, because it's going to help you keep going when times get tough, all right? And then I want you to share with us. Well, you can write it in the comment section what your why is. You can share your dream board with us. You can show us what you did to put it in front of your face. But we want to see what your why is, so that way we can hold you accountable to it, okay? I promise. I know it's scary. I know it's really scary putting that out there. But this group wants to help you get there. This group believes that you can make that happen. And how will we know what it is if we can't see and if we don't know? So share with us. There's no judgment. Nobody's going to laugh at you. Only we're going to applaud you and support you and help you get that, okay? So that's what today's all about, is your why. So those are the action items. Think about your why, write it down, make a board, post it different places, and share with us, okay? Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.